My name is Michael Allen Gardner, and welcome to the next step in your journey. When considering the possibility of transitioning our lives from one reality to another, I feel sort of like a chiropractor, and we're just basically aligning something that has gotten out of alignment through a lifetime and putting it back into its natural alignment. As we get into alignment with ourselves, it's also about getting into alignment with the laws of the universe. There are 7 specific laws that I know of that govern our results in life and the outcomes in life. One of them I want to address to you is called the law of gender. The law of gender is also called the law of creation, which simply means that for any creation to happen, the male and the female must come together, or the yin and the yang. The law of creation is basically putting your energy in alignment with the energies of the universe. You do this all the time with wherever energy you are, but it's now creating it from an unconscious alignment to a conscious alignment to align with the dreams and desires within you and with all the abundance that is out there in the universe for you to have. It's also important to be aware that in any kind of creation, especially when we're transitioning from one reality to another, just as in any transition in life, there is a gestation period or a period of growth before the actual transition is exposed or seen by others. So with the birth of a child didn't just happen. There was a gestation period of about 9 months. With plants, with animals, we plant a seed or an animal is going to give birth. But those things have a gestation period. The thing is, we know pretty well what those gestation periods are with animals, plants, and people. We don't know necessarily with people as far as any kind of spiritual transition. Why is that? Because each of us brings to our place right now a reality based on our life's experiences that is different than anybody else's that there is. And in transitioning from one reality to another, there's going to be a gestation period. In other words, all of us are starting at point 1. We're going to point 10. That point 1 is different for everybody based on their life's experiences. So it's also important to be aware that you don't want to compare yourself to others because everybody's starting at a different place in life. So if you see somebody that seems to be picking up something very quickly, that's okay. They're in a different place than you are. Or if you see that you're picking up something quicker than somebody else, it doesn't serve to look down on them and believe that they're stupid or they're slow. They're just at a different place in life. But it's really about looking at our own selves and being conscious of our own gestation and transition period. That when we break through the ground, recognizing once we break through the ground and we've arrived at point 10, now that's also step 1 to the next level of gestation or transition. So in this law of gender, law of creation, it's kind of like we plant a seed. So if you picture planting a seed in the ground and maybe giving it some nutrients, you go out and water it, what happens when you cover it up? Well, you go out the next day, you don't see anything. But does that mean that nothing is happening? Not necessarily, but here's what happens with a lot of people. They will go out and for a day or two they'll water this seed, but because they don't see any results, they give up and they stop watering it. It is important that if you have a dream or desire, you get to keep watering that dream or desire. You keep visualizing and using all the tools to make that dream become a reality. Because just because you don't see the results right away, it doesn't mean that something isn't sprouting underneath the surface. And here's my experience of people also. It's that time just before they're about to break through the ground and come out and make itself known. That's when a lot of people quit, because that's when it really requires that ultimate push and trust that something is happening and something is working from within. But here's what I've also seen, is that when we do push through that ground, or when we do break through and see new light, that's when the possibilities start coming at us exponentially. They start coming at us in ways that we hadn't even realized, because we've moved out of the darkness of our fears and beliefs, and we're either growing or we're dying. And the law of gender plays a role, the law of creation plays a role in all of it. For more information, visit my website, myinfiniteconnections.com.